Hey, Alicia, you ready to really get into it today?
Always ready for a deep dive, especially when it comes to, well, manifesting abundance.
So, listeners, we're going to be exploring this whole idea of manifesting abundance, right?
Hmm.
And we really wanted to hone in on how to make it work for your finances.
Absolutely.
I mean, because let's be real for a sec. Who wouldn't want a little bit more financial freedom, you know, just flowing their way?
Absolutely. And I think what's so cool about this is it's not necessarily about like winning the lottery.
Right.
It's about cultivating that sense of prosperity, freedom, having enough to really thrive and do the things that you want to do.
Exactly. So we're not talking about like quick fixes or get rich quick schemes, you know.
Yeah.
This is about aligning your energy with that frequency of abundance,
Yeah.
which, it sounds a little woo-woo, I get it. I get it. But there's actually some pretty compelling stuff behind it.
There is.
Would you agree?
Yeah, it all starts with this concept of vibrational alignment, right?
Hmm.
You know the saying like attracts like. Well, that's not just for magnets. Our thoughts and emotions actually emit vibrations, and those vibrations attract similar energies back to us.
So if I'm constantly like worried about bills and just feeling broke, am I actually attracting more of that energy?
Well, it's not about blame, it's about understanding how energy works, right?
Okay.
So when we're focused on lack, we vibrate at a frequency of lack.
Okay.
And then we tend to experience more of that. But, the good news is we can actually shift that.
Okay, so how do we start shifting our vibrations to match that frequency of financial prosperity? Like, do we just start chanting like money, money, money all day long?
Not quite, although affirmations can definitely be a powerful tool.
Okay.
But before we jump into techniques, let's talk about mindset.
Okay, love it.
Because, if deep down you don't believe you're worthy or capable of having abundance, no amount of wishful thinking is going to magically change your bank account.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Um, I've definitely had times where I'm like, well, wealth is for other people. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Like it's this exclusive club
Yeah.
and I just don't have the membership.
Right. It's a common belief. And it often stems from those messages that we've kind of absorbed from society, family, even our own past experiences.
Yeah.
We're often taught, either directly or indirectly, that resources are scarce and wealth is limited.
Oh, yeah. Like that saying, money doesn't grow on trees.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I heard that one a lot growing up.
Right. And those messages become ingrained.
Yeah.
Vibrations of lack
Mm-hmm.
can start influencing us really, really early on.
Like how early?
Like even in the womb.
In the womb.
Yeah, that we pick up on these societal messages about money being scarce,
Oh, wow.
about having to struggle and compete.
Interesting.
And those messages, they create this kind of vibrational pattern
Mm-hmm.
that can kind of stay with us
So we're already pre-programmed, basically.
in a way. Yeah.
Wow, that's an eye-opener. So even before we're born, we're already being kind of conditioned to view money in a certain way.
It's fascinating, right?
So how do we even become aware of those subconscious beliefs if they're that deeply ingrained?
Well, it starts with paying attention, right?
Okay.
Paying attention to our thoughts, our feelings around money.
Okay.
So, do you feel anxious or stressed when you think about finances?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself comparing your situation to others and feeling inadequate?
Yeah, definitely.
So, these are all clues, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there might be some of those underlying scarcity beliefs at play.
Okay, so it's about becoming more conscious of that internal dialogue
Exactly.
and then challenging those negative thoughts when they come up.
Exact.
But I have to be honest with you. I mean, is unlimited abundance, is that too good to be true?
Right.
I mean, we live in a world with finite resources,
Right.
where economic inequality is a very real issue, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we reconcile that?
Well, it's totally natural to be skeptical,
Yeah.
especially when these ideas, they kind of seem to contradict what we see in the world around us.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's interesting is that, the Abraham Hicks material, it argues that prosperity is available to everyone.
Okay.
And it's not about denying the reality of scarcity
Right,
or ignoring the challenges of economic inequality.
right.
It's about recognizing that there's this higher frequency of
Mhm.
abundance that we can tap into
Okay.
if we shift our mindset and beliefs.
Mm.
So it's not either, it's both hand.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but then how do we reconcile that with the fact that so many people struggle financially?
Right.
I mean, take the welfare system, for example.
Mm-hmm.
there's this whole argument that giving people money doesn't necessarily change their circumstances
Right.
or empower them, right?
Yeah, and that's a really important point because it touches on this idea that simply redistributing existing wealth might not actually address the underlying issue, which is that vibration of lack. So instead of getting caught up in that scarcity mindset, Abraham Hicks suggests that we should focus on cultivating our own abundance.
Okay.
And trusting that there's enough for everyone.
Okay, so instead of comparing myself to others and feeling resentful, it sounds like what you're saying is I should be focusing on raising my own vibration.
Exactly.
To match that frequency of abundance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of condemning those who appear lucky or feeling envious of their wealth, we should actually bless it.
Bless it.
Bless it, yes.
That's a new one.
So blessing others' abundance is actually a powerful way to align ourselves with that energy of prosperity.
I mean, but isn't blessing others' wealth a little hard to swallow? Especially when you see so much economic inequality in the world.
Right.
I mean, it feels like we're just supposed to accept the status quo and not question the systems that perpetuate these disparities.
Well, and it's not about ignoring the injustices.
Right.
Or turning a blind eye to the need for systemic change.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that harboring resentment or envy towards those who have what we want actually keeps us stuck in that vibration of lack.
Okay.
So blessing others' wealth doesn't mean condoning inequality.
Okay.
It's about shifting our own energy to a place of abundance.
Okay.
So that we can become part of the solution.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's about taking responsibility for my own vibration.
Exactly.
And focusing on what I can control.
Yeah.
Rather than getting caught up in blaming others or blaming the system.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we actually start to shift our mindset to one of abundance, especially when it comes to money?
Yeah.
Is it really possible to let go of wanting something right now and still manifest it?
Yeah, it's a great question.
It seems like a paradox.
Yeah, and it's not about suppressing our desires.
Okay.
It's about shifting our focus from lack to satisfaction.
Okay.
So when we're in a state of satisfaction and gratitude for what we already have, we actually become more receptive to receiving more.
Interesting.
And the source material actually offers this really great tip, which is
okay.
Instead of dwelling on what you lack, consciously turn your attention to things that already bring you satisfaction, even if they seem small.
So like appreciating the little things?
Exactly. Like a good cup of coffee, a sunny day, the comfort of your home, and using those moments to cultivate a feeling of abundance.
Okay, so it's about like finding those things that bring you joy and really focusing on them.
Exactly.
To raise that vibration.
Yes. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes to maintain that state of abundance.
Okay.
Even when things aren't going exactly as planned.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really starting to click for me.
Good.
It's not about denying the reality of challenges or pretending that everything is perfect.
Right.
It's about consciously choosing to focus on the abundance that's already present.
Yes.
And believing that more is on its way.
Exactly. That's the key.
I love it.
It's about that trust, that faith.
Okay.
That the universe has your back.
How do we actually, start rewiring those old beliefs and raising our vibration, Give us the goods, Alicia. What's the secret sauce?
Well, one of the most powerful techniques is visualization. And I'm not just talking about daydreaming here. We're talking about really using the power of your imagination to create a vivid, emotionally charged experience of what it feels like to already have what you desire.
So am I picturing myself swimming in, a pool of gold coins like Scrooge McDuck?
You can, if that resonates with you, but it's really about creating a vision that feels authentic and exciting for you.
Okay, so I'm picturing it now. Let me see. Okay, I'm on a beautiful beach. Sun is warm on my skin. I hear the gentle waves. And my bank account balance has a few extra zeros at the end.
Perfect. And the more vivid and emotionally engaging your visualizations are, the more powerful their effect, because you're essentially practicing the feeling of abundance, which helps shift your vibration.
Okay, and I'm guessing this isn't like a one-time thing, right?
Yeah.
We have to be consistent with this.
Absolutely. It's like building a muscle. The more you practice visualization, the stronger that muscle becomes.
Got it.
And the easier it is to tap into that feeling of abundance.
So let's dive into this guided visualization script.
Okay.
And see how it actually helps us tap into this abundance mindset. I'm curious to see how it guides us to release those scarcity beliefs and step into a vibration of prosperity.
Find a comfortable place where you can relax without interruptions. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and exhale slowly. Allow yourself to settle into this moment. Feel the surface beneath you supporting you. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath. This is your time to connect with abundance. Imagine yourself standing in a vast open space, a golden field bathed in warm sunlight. The air is crisp, carrying the gentle scent of blooming flowers and fresh earth. A soft breeze moves through the field, whispering messages of abundance and possibility. You notice that you've been holding a heavy bag. Inside it are your old beliefs about scarcity, lack, and financial struggle. Feel the weight of this bag, the tension it has created in your body. Now take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, set the bag down. Watch it dissolve into the earth, absorbed by the infinite abundance of the universe. You are now free, light, open, ready to receive. As you walk through this golden field, you begin to notice abundance all around you. The sunlight streaming through the trees, endless and radiant. The wind dancing through the leaves, effortlessly moving, never lacking. The laughter of children playing in the distance, joy flowing freely. You realize abundance is everywhere. It is not just money. It is the richness of life, the endless flow of energy, the love that surrounds you. Now bring your attention to your own life. See the ways in which you are already abundant. Feel the warmth of your home, the nourishment of food, the kindness of friends and family. Notice how the universe has always provided for you in ways big and small. Let this realization sink deep into your heart. You have always been supported. You are safe. Now imagine yourself in a place that feels luxurious and prosperous. Perhaps it's a beautiful home, a peaceful garden, or a magnificent city skyline. See yourself here, completely at ease, surrounded by beauty and comfort. You belong here. As you walk, you begin to notice something magical. Money is appearing effortlessly all around you. Bills float gently in the air like golden leaves. Coins shimmer in the sunlight. Wealth is flowing toward you from unexpected places. You reach out, and as you touch it, you feel a deep sense of gratitude and knowing. This is natural. Money is just another form of abundance, and it is yours to receive. Feel the texture of the bills in your hands. Hear the soft rustle as they multiply. Breathe in the scent of success, the fresh aroma of possibility, the rich fragrance of new opportunities. Let the energy of wealth surround you like a warm embrace. Now place your hands over your heart and repeat silently or out loud, I am open to receiving abundance in all forms. I see wealth everywhere, and I welcome it into my life. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I trust in the infinite abundance of the universe. Feel these words resonating in your body, vibrating through every cell. A golden light begins to radiate from your heart, expanding outward, drawing prosperity toward you. You are aligned with the flow of abundance. You are ready to receive. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Again, in and out. Begin to bring your awareness back to your surroundings, feeling the support beneath you, wiggling your fingers and toes. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. You are now aligned with abundance. Carry this energy with you throughout your day. Look for signs of prosperity everywhere. Trust that money and wealth are on their way to you now. And so it is.
So the script starts by having us imagine ourselves in this beautiful golden field bathed in sunlight. What's the significance of that imagery?
I love that imagery because that golden field, it represents pure potential. It's like that place where anything is possible. So it's about connecting with the abundance of nature, the effortless flow of energy that's all around us.
Right.
And the sunlight, it represents the life force, the energy of creation that's always available.
It's like a blank canvas where we can start to paint our dreams into reality.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
And from this place of pure potential, we can begin to release those limiting beliefs that have been holding us back.
Exactly.
And that's where that visualization of releasing the heavy bag comes in.
Exactly. It's a symbolic act of letting go of all the negative thoughts and beliefs about money that have been weighing us down. And the script encourages us to really feel the weight of that bag, to acknowledge the burden it's been, and then to consciously choose to release it.
Yeah. I love how it doesn't shy away from acknowledging the pain and frustration that those scarcity beliefs can cause, you know?
Exactly. It's not about pretending they don't exist.
Right.
It's about consciously choosing to let them go.
I love it.
Yeah.
And as we release that bag, we start to feel lighter, freer,
Yes.
more open to receiving abundance.
Exactly.
And then the visualization guides us to see abundance all around us. In the endless sky, the laughter of children, the comfort of our homes.
Yes.
What's the purpose of that step?
I love that because it's about training our minds to focus on the abundance that's already present in our lives.
Okay.
Even if it's not in the form of money, right? So by consciously noticing and appreciating these things, we start to shift our vibration to one of abundance. So it's like we're priming our brains to see the world through a lens of abundance. Exactly.
Rather than scarcity.
Yes.
I like it.
And as we practice seeing abundance in everything, it becomes easier to attract more of it into our lives.
This is really resonating with me.
Good.
It's not about denying the reality of challenges.
Right.
It's about consciously choosing to focus on the good that's already present.
Exactly.
And believing that more is on its way.
Yes.
I love it.
That's the key.
I love it.
It's a powerful shift in perspective.
Yeah.
That can really have a profound impact on our lives.
So we are starting to see abundance like in everything around us. But what about the financial abundance that we're all here for?
Yes.
The visualization doesn't shy away from that.
It does not.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, so it actually takes us on this journey into our desired financial reality.
Okay.
So we're guided to imagine stepping into this luxurious place.
Okay.
A beautiful home, maybe, or a peaceful garden.
Okay.
And guess what? Money starts appearing everywhere.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Right.
I'm all for visualizing my dream home, but how does the money part work?
Well, it's not about magic. It's about embodying that feeling of abundance.
Okay.
So the script encourages us to feel the money in our hands, to hear the sound of it flowing towards us.
Okay.
We even get to smell the aroma of possibility and success.
Right.
So it's about creating this multi-sensory experience
Interesting.
that makes abundance feel real and tangible.
I love how specific it gets, and it uses these really vivid metaphors, too.
Right.
Like money floating down like golden leaves or shimmering in the sunlight.
Yeah, I love that.
It's not just about seeing piles of cash.
Exactly. And those metaphors are so crucial because they evoke that sense of ease and effortless flow.
Right, like it's coming to you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's about moving away from that idea that money is something that you have to struggle for.
Right.
And embracing this belief that it can come effortlessly and abundantly.
We're shifting from a mindset of scarcity and struggle to ease and flow.
Exactly. And as we do that, we start to attract more financial abundance into our lives.
It's all sounding pretty good so far,
Yeah.
but what happens when we step out of the visualization
Right.
and back into our everyday lives?
Yeah.
I mean, how do we maintain this abundance mindset when we're faced with bills and responsibilities and just the ups and downs of the real world?
That's where the real work begins.
Yeah.
It's about consciously choosing to focus on the abundance in our lives,
Right.
even when things are challenging.
Right.
So remember that practice of noticing and appreciating the little things. That's a powerful tool for staying aligned with abundance,
Okay.
even in the face of adversity.
So it's not about ignoring our problems
Right.
or pretending that everything is perfect.
Exactly.
It's about choosing to focus on the positive
Yes.
and believing that things will work out.
Exactly. And remember, it's not about being perfect.
Right.
We're not going to be in a state of blissful positivity all the time.
Of course not.
Right? There will be moments of doubt. There will be moments of fear.
Sure.
Moments of frustration.
Absolutely.
The key is to not let those moments derail us.
Okay.
Right? It's about recognizing that. It's a process.
So how do we handle those moments when we feel ourselves slipping back into that scarcity mindset? What other tools do we have in our manifesting toolkit?
Another powerful one is affirmations. These are those short, positive statements that you repeat to yourself to kind of reprogram your subconscious mind.
Like, I am a money magnet.
Exactly.
I feel like I've seen those on, like, inspirational posters.
Exactly. And while it might feel a little silly at first, the power is really in the repetition and the belief.
So it's about replacing those old negative thoughts with positive, empowering statements.
Precisely. And here's a little tip. Try saying your affirmations while looking in the mirror.
Oh, okay.
It can feel a little awkward at first, but it really helps to reinforce the belief.
Okay, well, I'll give it a try. Mirror affirmations, check.
Yeah.
Visualization, check. Gratitude. Is gratitude on this list too? Because I feel like that one pops up everywhere in the self-help world.
And for good reason. Gratitude is like a superpower when it comes to manifesting.
Okay.
Because when we focus on what we're grateful for, we shift our attention from lack to abundance. And that sends a really powerful signal to the universe.
So instead of, like, stressing about what I don't have, I should be celebrating what I do have.
Exactly.
Even if it seems small.
Even if it seems small. And a great way to cultivate that gratitude is to keep a journal.
Okay.
Each day, jot down at least 3 things that you're grateful for, especially things related to your finances, no matter how small they seem.
I love that. Gratitude journal. Check.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got visualization, affirmations, gratitude. I already feel my abundance vibe starting to rise. What's next?
Well, we've talked about raising our vibration and shifting our mindset, but there's another really crucial piece to this puzzle.
Okay.
Busting through those limiting beliefs that might be holding us back.
Yes. Let's dive into that because I know I've got some, old beliefs about money that are probably due for a major overhaul.
We all do. And we'll get into that right after a quick, just kidding, we're diving right in. Let's talk about those pesky limiting beliefs. We've touched on a few of these limiting beliefs already, right? Those messages we've absorbed from society, family, even our own experiences.
Yeah, like that whole idea that wealth is like a finite pie, and if someone else is getting a big slice, there's less left for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like we're programmed to see it as a competition.
Exactly. That scarcity mindset can be so deeply ingrained. But abundance, especially when we're talking about energy and manifestation, it's limitless. One person's success doesn't diminish another's potential. In fact, it can often amplify it.
I've heard that before about abundance being like a rising tide that lifts all boats.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, sometimes it's hard to really feel that when you're stuck in that, I'll never be able to afford that mindset.
I get it. Those old stories can be tough to shake.
Yeah.
But it starts with awareness. Just notice those negative thoughts when they pop up.
Okay.
Instead of just accepting them as truth, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just an old story I'm telling myself based on, outdated beliefs?
So it's like catching ourselves in the act of self-sabotage. But then how do we actually, rewrite those old stories? Like, what do we replace them with?
This is where affirmations can be incredibly powerful.
Like,
Instead of I'm bad with money, try something like I am a wise and responsible steward of my finances.
oh, I love that. It's like shifting from a place of shame and lack to one of empowerment and abundance.
Exactly. It's about consciously choosing those thoughts and beliefs that align with the reality that you want to create.
Okay, so much of this is about mindset. But it sounds like action also plays a key role too. Like it's not just about, thinking positive thoughts.
Absolutely. It's that beautiful dance between intention and action, thought and manifestation. You can visualize all you want, but if you're not taking steps to move toward your goals, you're likely to stay stuck.
So how do we know what actions to take? Is there like a secret formula for aligning our actions with our intentions?
It's less about a formula and more about paying attention to your intuition.
Okay.
Once you start shifting your mindset and raising your vibration, you'll start to notice opportunities presenting themselves that you might have overlooked before.
So it's about being open to those possibilities and trusting that the universe will, like, guide us in the right direction.
Exactly. And that's where a daily practice of mindfulness and meditation can be so helpful.
Okay. Full disclosure, I've tried meditation before, but I struggle to stick with it. My mind just races a million miles a minute.
I hear you. It can be challenging at first, but even just a few minutes each day can make a huge difference. It's about creating space for stillness, connecting with that inner peace that resides within all of us.
Because when our minds are racing with like worries and to-do lists, it's hard to tap into that abundance frequency, right?
Right.
It's like trying to hear a whisper in a hurricane.
Exactly. Meditation helps to kind of quiet the mental chatter.
Yeah.
And allows you to become more present, more receptive to the abundance that's always available to you. It's like hitting the reset button on your energy.
Okay, that makes sense. But with so many different meditation techniques out there, where do I even begin?
It's about finding what resonates with you, whether it's guided meditation, mindfulness walks in nature, or simply sitting in silence and observing your breath. There are so many options. The key is to experiment and find what works best for you.
It's about making it a part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth.
Yes. And another powerful practice for aligning your actions with your intentions is setting clear, specific goals.
Okay.
What are your financial aspirations? What do you want to create in your life?
I love that. It's like moving beyond those vague desires and really getting crystal clear on what we want to manifest.
Exactly. And write those goals down, make them specific and measurable. Instead of just more money, maybe it's earning $10,000 a month from my dream job or paying off my credit card debt by the end of the year.
So we're meditating, we're setting clear intentions, but then how do we bridge that gap between those internal shifts and taking concrete action in the real world?
This is where the magic happens. Once you've set your intentions and aligned your energy, it's about taking inspired action. What small steps can you take today that will move you closer to your goals? It doesn't have to be anything major.
Okay.
It could be as simple as researching different investment options, updating your resume, or even just having a conversation with someone in your field who inspires you.
So it's about taking those baby steps, trusting the process, and being open to the possibilities that unfold along the way.
Precisely. And here's another thing to consider. Your environment.
Okay.
Our surroundings can have a powerful impact on our energy. Think about it. How do you feel when you walk into a cluttered, chaotic space?
Honestly, it makes me feel stressed and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's like my energy gets drained just being in that space.
Exactly. And those feelings don't exactly align with abundance, do they?
Not at all. So what can we do to create an environment that supports our abundance goals?
Think about what inspires you, what makes you feel good. Surround yourself with things that uplift you and remind you of your goals. It could be as simple as adding some fresh flowers to your desk, creating a vision board with images that represent your dreams, or even just decluttering your workspace to create a sense of calm and clarity.
Oh, I love the idea of a vision board. It's like a visual reminder of what we're manifesting. But it's not just about physical objects, is it?
You got it. It's also about the people that we surround ourselves with.
Ah, yeah.
The energy of those around us can have a huge impact on our own vibration.
Yeah, it's like the difference between hanging out with energy vampires versus abundance cheerleaders.
Exactly. Seek out relationships with people who are supportive, positive, and aligned with your vision. And remember, this doesn't mean cutting people out of your life. It might just mean being more mindful of the time you spend with certain people and the energy that you're allowing into your space.
So it's all about creating a supportive and inspiring ecosystem for ourselves, both internally and externally.
Exactly. And remember, curating your environment is an ongoing process. It's about being mindful of the energy you're allowing into your space and making conscious choices that support your well-being and your abundance goals.
I feel like this is all starting to click together now.
Good.
It's about aligning our thoughts, our actions, and our environment with that frequency of abundance.
Yes. And it's a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and moments of incredible clarity.
And through it all, the key is to just keep practicing these techniques, keep believing in ourselves, and keep trusting in the universe's infinite abundance.
Beautifully said. Sometimes hearing about other people's success stories can be so inspiring, so helpful in strengthening our own belief that abundance is possible for us too.
It's like that saying, seeing is believing.
Mm-hmm.
If other people can manifest like incredible things in their lives, why not us?
Exactly. And that's what we're going to dive into next. We'll explore some real-life examples of people who have manifested incredible financial abundance using these very principles. It's pretty amazing stuff.
All right, I'm ready for some real-world inspiration.
Okay.
Bring on those abundant success stories.
So one that comes to mind is a woman who had been, struggling financially for years, working multiple jobs, barely making ends meet, and feeling incredibly discouraged.
I feel like that feeling of like being stuck in a rut is something that a lot of people can relate to.
Absolutely. But she decided to try this whole manifesting abundance thing.
So,
She started visualizing herself living a life of financial freedom, using affirmations daily, practicing gratitude, even for the smallest blessings.
so she was really hitting all those key points we've been talking about.
Yeah.
But did she just like sit back and wait for the money to magically appear?
That's where the action piece comes in, right?
Yeah.
So she didn't just visualize, she took aligned action. She started researching online businesses, took some courses to develop new skills, and eventually launched her own successful e-commerce store.
Wow, so she was proactive about creating those opportunities to match her vision.
Exactly. And that's what's so powerful about this. Manifesting isn't about passive wishing. It's about aligning your energy with your goals and then taking inspired action to make them a reality.
It's like the universe meets you halfway, but you got to take those first steps.
Precisely. And here's another inspiring story. A man who was deeply in debt. He felt overwhelmed and trapped, but he made the decision to change his story. He started meditating daily to cultivate that sense of peace and abundance, and he began focusing on what he was grateful for, even in the midst of his financial challenges.
That must have been tough.
Yeah.
To find things to be grateful for when he was facing those kinds of struggles.
It's a powerful shift in perspective, right? Instead of dwelling on what he lacked, he chose to focus on what he had, even if it was something as simple as a roof over his head or a good cup of coffee in the morning.
All right.
And he also set a clear intention to become debt-free and started making a plan to pay off his debts, one step at a time.
So he didn't just like ignore the problem, he faced it head on, but with a new mindset.
Exactly. And as he shifted his energy, opportunities started to appear. He received an unexpected bonus at work, found a side hustle that he enjoyed, and even won a small amount of money in a local raffle.
It's amazing how things can shift when we align our energy with what we want to create.
Yes, it's like the universe starts conspiring to help us achieve our goals once we get clear on what we want and start taking steps in that direction.
These stories they're so inspiring. They really show that manifesting financial abundance is possible for anyone, regardless of their starting point.
Absolutely. The key is to believe in yourself, trust in the process, and keep taking those aligned actions, even when you don't see immediate results.
And to remember that abundance is more than just money, right?
Yes.
It's a state of mind, a feeling of fullness and gratitude that extends to all areas of our lives.
So true. Manifesting abundance is about aligning ourselves with the vibration of joy, freedom, and fulfillment. It really has me thinking all this about the power of our thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're reprogramming our minds to see the world.
It is a form of reprogramming.
Yeah.
We're essentially rewiring our brains to focus on abundance instead of lack.
Yeah.
And the more we reinforce those new neural pathways, the more natural it becomes to see the world through that lens.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It is.
That we have this ability to shape our reality through our thoughts and beliefs.
Absolutely.
But it's a big responsibility, isn't it?
It is. It is.
One thing that really struck me in all this material was how often the concept of letting go comes up.
Whether it's letting go of scarcity beliefs, letting go of the need to control everything,
Right.
letting go of the attachment to wanting something right now.
Yeah.
It seems like letting go is a crucial part of this whole manifesting process.
It's huge. It's about surrendering to the flow of the universe. Trusting that things are unfolding in your favor.
Okay.
Even if you can't see the whole picture yet.
Yeah.
It's about releasing that need to micromanage every detail.
Okay.
And allowing the universe to work its magic.
That can be hard, though.
It can.
Can it? Especially in our culture, where we're constantly told to hustle,
Right.
to make things happen, to take control.
Right, to force it.
Yeah, letting go feels almost counterintuitive.
It does. It goes against the grain.
Yeah.
But think of it this way. When we're constantly striving and forcing things, we're actually operating from a place of lack. We're essentially saying, I don't trust that the universe will provide, so I have to do it all myself.
Right.
But when we let go and surrender, we open ourselves up to receiving in ways we couldn't have imagined. It's a beautiful thing.
It's like we're making space for the universe to deliver our desires in the best possible way.
Exactly. And that requires a certain level of faith and trust. It's about believing that we're supported, that we're guided, that everything is working out for our highest good.
You know, that makes me think of something else that came up in the source material.
Yeah.
This idea that instead of complaining about money, we should be thrilled about it.
Yeah, I love that.
Sounds a little crazy at first.
It does.
But the more I think about it,
the
more it makes sense.
Yeah, it's about shifting our energy around money.
Okay.
From one of fear and scarcity to one of joy and excitement. When we approach money with enthusiasm, we're actually aligning ourselves with its energy in a positive way.
So instead of viewing money as a source of stress or burden, we can choose to see it as a tool for creation.
Yes.
For making a positive impact in the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a final, thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Okay, that came up for me as I was going through all this material.
Okay.
If everything, and I mean everything,
Wow.
economics, politics, religion,
Wow.
even our personal relationships,
Yeah.
boils down to personal satisfaction,
Mm-hmm.
what does that say about our individual power to shape the world around us?
That is such a profound question.
It's a big one, right?
It is. It really highlights the interconnectedness of everything, right? If our personal satisfaction is indeed the driving force behind everything we do, then cultivating a mindset of abundance and fulfillment isn't just about attracting more money or material possession.
Right.
It's about creating a more joyful, peaceful, and prosperous world for ourselves and for everyone around us.
It's about recognizing that our individual vibrations has a ripple effect. And when we align ourselves with the frequency of abundance, we contribute to a collective shift towards a more prosperous and fulfilling reality for all.
Exactly. It's a beautiful and empowering thought, isn't it?
It is.
That by simply shifting our own mindset, we can contribute to creating a better world.
I love that.
Yeah.
This has been such an insightful and inspiring conversation.
Thank you.
I feel like we've only scratched the surface of this fascinating topic.
There's always more to explore.
There is.
And one of the key takeaways from all this material is that manifesting abundance, especially financial abundance, isn't some magical formula or secret trick.
It's not.
It's about aligning our energy
I couldn't agree more.
with the frequency of prosperity.
It involves cultivating a mindset of gratitude, releasing those old scarcity beliefs, and focusing on the feeling of satisfaction.
And this isn't just about attracting more money or material possessions. It's about creating a more joyful, peaceful, and prosperous life for ourselves
Absolutely.
and those around us.
When we align ourselves with abundance, we not only benefit ourselves, but we also contribute to a collective shift towards a more positive and fulfilling reality for all.
That's powerful stuff.
And remember,
Yeah.
one of the most powerful ways to do that is to bless those who are already experiencing abundance.
So celebrating the success of others is a powerful way to align ourselves with that same energy.
I love that. That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
It's not a zero-sum game.
It's not.
Someone else's abundance doesn't diminish my own.
Exactly.
In fact, it can actually amplify it.
I love that.
So to wrap things up, what are some key takeaways
Sure.
that our listeners can walk away with today?
All right. Number one, remember that abundance is available to everyone.
Okay.
It's not about luck or circumstance. It's about aligning your energy with the frequency of prosperity.
Okay. And how do we do that?
Well, start by cultivating gratitude for what you already have. even the small things.
Right.
Release those scarcity beliefs that are holding you back.
Yeah.
And consciously choose to focus on the abundance that surrounds you.
Okay.
Remember those visualization techniques we talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Try those out.
Yeah.
See how they make you feel.
And don't forget to bless others' abundance.
Right, exactly.
It's a powerful way to attract more prosperity into your own life. So for everyone listening, if you're ready to invite more financial abundance into your life, start by shifting your mindset. Embrace those powerful techniques we've discussed.
Yeah.
Visualization, affirmations, gratitude. Cultivate a daily practice of mindfulness and meditation. Set clear intentions and take aligned action. And create an environment that reflects and supports your abundance goals.
Yes.
Remember, you are worthy of abundance, believe it, and you'll start to see it manifest in your life.
And never stop exploring, experimenting, and most importantly, believing in your own power to create the life of your dreams.
Huge thank you to our listeners for joining us on this journey of abundance.
Yes.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and tools to help you manifest your dreams.
Absolutely.
Remember, the power to create the life you desire lies within you.
It does.
So go out there and start creating. Until next time, keep those vibrations high.
Beautiful.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.